So in my mind, I think about what makes St. John's special is the sense of community and pride, family, and faith.
It gave them a sense of belonging. It's a place to belong.
I describe it as a very holy place. Everybody here is very welcoming.
It's different from other schools because all the kids are very welcoming.
I want to foster that experience to all the children that I meet here, that they know that there's no place like home, and St. John's is home.
A typical day here at St. John's, we start with morning prayer in the gymnasium where the whole school gathers. It's so fantastic to see everybody come together and pray.
It just sets up the day for positivity. For me, when I think of St. John's and I think of community, what that means to me is the sense of community that you feel, both from my children's standpoint, the feeling of fitting in, and the feeling of not being alone.
Nice job. Something unique about St. John's is how close-knit our classes are. We know actually every student in the school and how we can help each student.
We chose St. John's because we had heard a lot of good things about the culture at St. John's, both the culture amongst the students and the culture amongst the parents, as well as the teachers in terms of nurturing the kids and bringing them up the right way, both at school and outside school in their activities. The other piece that we really like about St. John's is the mentorship, both the mentorship amongst the senior parents for the parents who are a little more sort of newer to the school, as well as the senior students, mentoring the pre-K and the kindergarten students, as well as the first graders.
We have a buddy program here at St. John's, 8th graders to 1st graders and kindergartners to 7th graders, and they do fun crafts, and it's really a good way to enrich our smaller kids here.
My favorite memory at St. John's was actually when I was a student here, and I met my best friend for the very first time when she entered 4th grade. And she really has changed my life, and we are still the best of friends. And that's another reason I sent my children here, is that I wanted them to establish friendships like I have.
At St. John the Evangelist School, we are blessed with fantastic faculty who have a very long tenure here at our school, which shows their love and commitment to our students and their families. Many of our teachers here at St. John's are actually former St. John the Evangelist School students, which really demonstrates how we really are a family here at St. John's.
This is my 23rd year here. I have stayed because it's a place that I really believe puts the children first.
St. John's really helps everybody. It doesn't really matter who you are. Everybody here loves you no matter what.
It's very much like a family. The parents are wonderful, the staff and the students are wonderful.
Our veteran faculty have been able to really nurture a love of learning and a love of sharing learning with others.
Truly, the reason why we stayed with St. John's for so long was because we felt that St. John's embodied family environment. It made the transition into the school and into even the community of Attleboro, since we're not from here, so much easier, and it felt like we knew people for years when in fact we just had moved to the area.
I would describe St. John's that it's like a really good school because like I have so many friends.
They're there for each other and help each other out, and that's a wonderful thing to witness.
My first memory, my very first class, on the very first day of school, the students came in and, you know, the kids were wandering the room, looking all around, but one student in particular immediately went to the closet, hung up his backpack, found his desk, sat down and raised his hand. And I went over and I said, "Can I help you?" And he said, "I can't read." I said, "Well, guess what? You're in the right place, because that's what we're going to help you do here."
There's a great sense of joy when the kids are in their classrooms learning.
St. John's is valuable because it builds an environment for kids to feel special for learning. It's cool to be smart.
I love learning because my teachers teach me new things that I don't know.
It's a really good school to go to because you get to learn so much new things.
I mean, really, the education here is spectacular. My favorite subject is math class. Our teacher teaches you in a completely different way. He teaches you in a way that's fun. If you're not doing too well on something, it's great. You get all the love and support that you need.
We have this class in French. We get to learn French and Spanish.
Our rigorous academic program allows opportunities for our students to be prepared to attend Bishop Vian High School, which is one of our partner diocesan schools in Attleboro. It's a college preparatory school.
Something that's very unique here at St. John the Evangelist School is our extracurricular.
At St. John the Evangelist School, we offer a physical education program, art, music, computer technology courses, as well as a library for all of our students. So in this technological age, we try to make sure that our students are very well prepared for using technology when they get to high school and to college, and they get their foundation here at St. John's. We have students in our middle school who have access to Chromebooks. Throughout their classes, their teachers use them regularly to do activities, from using the Google Suite to peer editing or sharing their work with their teachers. We also have some teachers who have Google Classroom set up for their classes.
The school is not only exceptional with education, but with faith and Catholic-based education.
I describe St. John's as a nurturing place, as a nurturing environment, simply because it's a school that grooms the children to be aware of their role both in the classroom, amongst their peers, in their school, and in their community.
It's really enhanced my relationship with God because I see Him through all the children that I meet, and I want to let them know that I have a deep relationship with God as well, and that He will always be there for them.
We actually see Jesus in our students every day. We see their acts of kindness. They're looking beyond themselves to those around them.
My favorite aspect of kindergarten is Catholic Schools Week because we see each class doing different things to help the community. St. John's is about being just like Jesus and doing what Jesus would do. So helping other families, helping different children in need, helping as a school to help some organization so we can be proud of what we do.
Being a student at St. John's helps me develop my faith because I get to learn about God, and the teachers and students can help me too. If I don't understand anything, I can ask a question, and we get to go to church.
Our mission statement at St. John the Evangelist School is to live out the teachings of the Catholic Church by proclaiming the gospel message to love God and neighbor.
So for me, St. John's equals pride. I think about that from a sports standpoint and an academic standpoint. When I think of the science fair, Spanish fair, the children are very prideful, and there's a lot of support there and them showcasing their work. And from a sports aspect, also from playing hard, win or loss, playing hard, again, that sense of pride.
We did notice as soon as we joined that both the kids were welcomed. We got involved in activities and such as coaching and a few other programs. The kids got into athletics and sports like basketball really easily and really quickly.
I know that the kids will be respectfully pushed, encourage them to have good sportsmanship, at the same time excel and grow within each of their sports. Basketball, volleyball, cross-country, track, we've done it all, and in that I would say the coaches have been exceptional and always pushing the kids to do their best.
Playing for St. John's is it's really fun because everybody contributes and no one's ever in a bad mood. Everyone's happy to be there.
We're all friends, so we always have fun.
We're all friends, so we know each other really well.
Favorite memories? There's nothing like watching a basketball game here at St. John's, along with the smell of popcorn. Those memories are amazing.
One of the things that I think is the most unique about St. John's is they're good at many things. The fact that you won't fall short on education, building the faith, and building the individual. What I'm most proudful of my children that have come here is that they're a well-rounded, quality individual that have integrity, faith, and great education. Their education is not sacrificed one bit in building the individual.